MCL.club. People say, well, what does the MCL stand for? MCL is Masterclass Lessons. And Masterclass Lessons is a place where I can put a lot of videos for initially the domain industry, and then eventually I think it'll get broader than that. And the idea of the videos is to help educate people in the domain industry so they can make better decisions. One of the challenges I think in the domain industry is there's so much information out there, and really is it from I dare say, a reputable source. So the first Masterclass lesson I put up is on domain monetization. So if you're sitting there saying, I really want to go along and learn about domain monetization, then MCL.club is the place to go. And I think that's a really exciting thing. And by the way, it's completely free. We're just giving this away. So what does MCL.club put it apart from other services like this? You know what? I think the fundamental thing is that it's not a business per se. MCL.club is really myself trying to give back to the domain community. And this is really part of the inspiration behind MCL.club and Masterclass Lessons, is that I find the domain industry has given me so much. It really has, over many, many years, is that I wanted to give something back. And the best thing I can give back, and I've been doing it for many years on my blog, WizBang's blog, but the best thing I can give back is my knowledge. And I've been in this industry a long time, in fact, in the internet industry since the early days of the bulletin board systems and so forth. And to be able to help give back to the domain industry, to the wonderful people in this industry, is a real passion of mine. And that's where MCL.club came from. And I wanted to do that and just to help people out. Yeah, that's the joy of my life. So why did I choose a .club domain? That's an interesting question. I've always been very pro .club. It not only is translatable into many, many languages, but the thing I loved about it was it's MCL. Like, we actually initially got MasterClassLessons.com, and that's a mouthful, like MasterClassLessons.com versus MCL.club. It's so much shorter. It really is a lot shorter. And it means that people will be able to remember it. If they can remember MCL from Masterclass Lessons, then they'll just go there, you know. And I think there's less of a stigma around a new GTLD domain extension like .club now. In the early days, about 7 years ago, there was like, what are all these new extensions? Now there's a lot less stigma, particularly in the domain industry, which is the primary initial market for Masterclass Lessons. The other reason why is that ultimately where we're headed, where I'd like to see is in the future, and I guess some of my future plans for MCL.club is that it is like a club, and that it's people who have completed the various master classes that they're putting up there. I would love to be able to get other people doing master classes as well. As a part of the vision, I'd like to be able to have it so that people who have completed, say, some of these courses, they can actually get a certificate and things like that. I think it'd be really good because there's a lot of effort on the part of the people who attend MCL.club. I'd love to be able to have them so they can swap information as well with each other. I think there's a lot of learning comes from an expert to a student, but there's also so much learning that happens. One is from student to the expert, also student to student. And so it'd be great to be able to facilitate this. So I see that the MCL.club in its current incarnation is in its really early days. I must admit, I'm very passionate about this. All the programming, all the content, everything, I actually personally did. I'm a firm believer that if you want to go along and get some good quality content, speak to someone who's actually done it. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to focus on. So which registrar do we get a name from? I used Epic. Epic is EPIK. .com, and so I went to Epic, and the people wonderful people from .club helped facilitate securing the 3-letter .club for me, and now it's in my account at Epic, and that was just great to be able to work with them. It was so easy, I must admit. In fact, it's so easy to spend money. It made me want to think about are there other .club domains I'd like to get and secure and everything like that, because they did make it so easy at Epic and also the team at .club. Yeah, and which is always a good thing. Like in business, there's so many other things you could be doing and need to be doing. And to have someone come along and make it easy is just a joy, and it really is. So if you're thinking to yourself, I really want to go and learn about domain monetization and to get a quality masterclass that you can enjoy and get something out of for your business, then go to MCL.club. My name is Gilmour, and I love the fact that I've got a .club domain.